All right, so I have demonstrated the abdominal exercises, and what I'd like for you to keep in mind and to know is that as you progress, you don't forget the one before. All of those abdominals you want to do each and every workout. So you start with your brace. That's kind of a warm-up if you want to say, and then you progress, and that way you get stronger and stronger with each session. So let's say you've now completed all of your abdominal exercises, the 4 in which we covered. As I said, you want your back muscles as strong as your abdominals so that your spine stays balanced. So now we're going to look at low back exercises. The best exercise to start with to begin to get stronger in your back muscles is what we call bird dogs. This is probably the safest and best exercise that everybody could do. Even those with low back issues, this can actually help relieve pain in low back problems. You're going to get on all fours, and you're just going to have your hands and your knees about hip width apart, and all of your body weight distributed evenly among all 4 points, the 2 hands and the 2 knees. Okay? I am looking up at the camera to talk to you, but I'm going to demonstrate now where the head actually should be. You want your spine in a straight line from the very top of the spine that enters the head to the very bottom of it at your tailbone. So you don't want to drop the head, you don't want to bring your head way up, you don't want to curve your back awkwardly inward or throw your butt up in the air. So think about a nice straight line from the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone. Okay, all your weight's distributed evenly. You are going to lift one arm and the opposite leg, and you're going to reach toward each wall, the opposite walls. This is why we call them bird dogs. Just like a dog that hunts, he sees a bird and he points for his master. And so you don't want that leg too high so that you shift your hips, the arm too high so you're strained at the shoulder. It's a straight line with your spine and parallel to the floor. And what you might do is hold for a 3 count. Say hold, 2, 3. Bring that back in and you can switch sides. Nice straight line, keeping the head and the tailbone even. The arm and the leg about the same level from the floor. Hold, 2, 3, and alternate. And again, you want to work up to a minute. And when I say work up, you can actually do one side for a minute and then switch and hold that other side for a full minute. And once you are able to complete those, we will move on to exercise number 2, which are called Supermans. You will take your body to the floor, and there's actually progressions that you can do with Supermans. The first, number 1, I would start with after completing bird dogs and doing well with those, is a Superman in which your arms are down by your side, and you simply lift your chest away from the floor and back down to starting position. And you want to exhale as you come up, so you're not laying on air. Inhale down, so inhale here, exhale coming up. Inhale, exhale. From there, you can add the lower legs. So you're going to come up off the floor in a small curved shape and down. You're hyperextending the back, but this is very, very safe for the back. It actually is, again, another exercise for people with low back pain. Lift and lower. The next progression would be hands underneath the forehead, lift and lower. And your last progression with Supermans, arms fully overhead, where you actually now look like Superman flying, which is how we got the name. Again, you keep the head down just like we did on the bird dog, so your spine is level, and you lift and lower. Lift and lower. So you might start with a lift and lower for a minute, then you could progress keeping that position for a full minute. And the last exercise, after you would do your bird dogs, your Supermans at whatever progression you're capable of doing at the time, then you're going to go to a plank. This is the most difficult exercise, and you want to make sure you're very strong before you start this one. It includes the abdominals and the low back at the same time. Don't take a shortcut and start with it though, because it's very difficult to do it correctly. Again, you want the neck and the tailbone in a straight line. You're coming up on your elbows. If you drop your bottom down, that's not a perfect plank, and that puts a little bit of stress on the back. If you're too high, you've lost your plank, and that's not very difficult to do. I could stay here for quite some time.
So again, you want to get into that nice straight plank. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Your weight is on your toes and your elbows, and you hold that position. And once you can hold that for a full minute, after you've done the other 2 exercises, you know you're really progressing and getting stronger in your core. And everything you do from that point becomes a lot easier. We hope to see you in Colorado.